Berg. Berg told you about Kendall. Why the heck? Guilty? He's got nothing to feel guilty about. There was nothing we could do. Any other day, we'd have ended up just... What? Kendall's what? You're telling me a ghost comes to him at night, knocking about and... Shit! I sure wasn't expecting that. Yeah. Listen, kid. You better stop talking out of your ass. You weren't there. And I was. Wasn't about that. But about who deserved that promotion. I never thought it should have been me. Kendall was an arse licker. If the captain told him to shit himself, he'd have done it. Standing to attention. Berg deserved the promotion. He was strong as a horse, best at fighting, and first of us to come to the horns. The rest came a bit later, though we were all still kids. Shit happened. That's all. Kendall got promoted to Lance Corporal. He was strutting about like a fancy lady in a new pet. One day, he said, "We've got a job to do." We were ambushed. Berg cracked. Same with Finley. Me, I had to act. That's it. That's the story. The same. I don't know why Berg went there. He fessed up when we had a bit too much to drink. Now I think about it, that Berg brought it on himself. You don't go bothering the dead. That bandit ambush, that was a plan they came up with to get rid of... Kendall was paranoid. I knew that. Me and Finley, we heard them whispering together. That's why I goaded those thugs to kill the traitorous wimp. We never told Berg that we knew, because what was the point? The three of us took a serious beating, and Kendall was done for. Now get out of my sight. Do you see anything interesting around here? Decent place to... Well... orderly. No damn rabble begging at the gates. Back then, sure. Civilians came and went. We had a rule. No... It used to mean something to be a keeper. You could come in or... Now? Bunch of soft... You watch your damn mouth. We did everything we could. I've said it before. We need a whole... And besides, how do you know these leeches are even telling the truth? Every village... I don't want to talk about... You asking me? They came here... That all?
Beer from Kunacht, wine from Farshire, moonshine. You mean the old pier? Well, why is it called that? A lot has been happening here. People come and go on the regular. Hey, not here, obviously. You won't see your old. You never wanted me to pour a beer, and I got mauled by a werebeast during the hunt, and after that, I was bored out of my mind, and since there was.
Oi, Noel! What if I pulled Excalibur from that stone, but it broke, but only at the tip? Would I still get to be king, or not?
You're so daft, Randall. Some magical lass living in a lake gave the king the sword.
Oi. Dunno. Now that I believe. I remember when we were held in the same regard as Camelot. Look at us now. Filth everywhere. And it reeks of fish. Not that long ago, we used to scare kids with stories about... Honestly, I'm done with it all. Don't even get me started. Fergus always claims he's busy, but for the life of me, I can't figure out. I talk to Riderick from the museum sometimes, but that one's a real nerdcast. Me, they're all just as bad as each other. Huh? Of course I do. And my pilgrims would visit the All-Mother's Temple and Excalibur. It broke my heart when I heard about the flooding. They say the Druids caused it. It doesn't matter now who did or didn't do what. We had a beautiful tradition. Choosing new keepers was done differently back then. You had to lie down and sleep in a special spot. But that's all I'm gonna say. Now go on.
Oh, so... Ah. Hold on. Finley, it's not... Hey, first of all, I'm not a cripple who needs a decrypt. Secondly, do you know the problem with having a helper who's mute? I mean, it's not all bad. At least I don't have to listen to even more bullshit. What's with all... Ah. I'm starting to like you, stranger. I like me brothers in arms back in my glory days. Good lads, every damn one of them. The kind of men you'd want beside you in the darkest holes of Avalon. But they're gone now, all of them. The old captain got it in his head to send us down to rediscover some mouldy tunnels under the keep. Damn fool mission that was. We went in together, but I was the only one to come back out. I can still see all their faces when I close my eyes. A hard loss it was, but I'm... you're digging a little... Ah, those tunnels, right. Well, me and the lads went down there to check if we could repurpose them under the horns. But here wasn't just some empty caves. There were monsters, straight out of Age of Legends. Looked like... Ah, hell, memory's all twisted up now. Want to know more? Speak with Fergus. He's in charge of this shit. Now, I propose a feast yourself, bloody bastards. I vote when I drink. Me brother.
Maybe the fish aren't all... I wouldn't mind knowing that myself. She stole a lucrative business contract out from under me and my family. Everyone's always yammering about Timberwall. Timber this, timber that. Bugger them all. I just told you, a business contract. Sometimes you can also exchange material. But anyway, it fell through. The captain'd rather deal with that woman. Good riddance to him. Yes, Connacht. From a merchant family, to be specific. Though I've always wanted to join the Royal Geog... But I broke my leg. Badly enough that I couldn't try... After the accident, I was stuck at home, sitting on my ass and looking after the books. It was driving me crazy. When that contract I told you about, my brother got worried, so he came looking for me. I told him... So he said we might as well do business here then. He helped me set up the shop. You've never heard of them? They're a guild of explorers, dating back to the age. They travel across Avalon, documenting all the lost and forgotten places. That's what LSA and I dreamed of. Oh yeah? Maybe you wouldn't know a good thing. I swear. Well, a friend. We'd run around Connacht, drawing maps of every corner we could find. And my mother used to get on my ass for wait. She got in with the geographers, started running errands for them. I said some things I shouldn't have. You know. First thing I did was... There's also a sunken village nearby. So I asked them what that one was called, and they said, the Sunken Village. So I asked what it was called. How do you even work with that? Pursue potential customers. Listen here, I've no idea where you come from, but here, it's the vendor who makes the decision, not the other way around. How many people here do you think are offering to exchange goods? Yeah, Orla, a woman merchant from the keep. Go on, try giving her... Long enough, but people here, then soon they'll get...
If you're trying to be sneaky, you'll... So the bitch under... Congratulations. Those vagrants should know... It's necessary. You're from nowhere. So, the refugees are a tumor on the healthy...
Good to see you again. The pledge today was... Huh? Ah, so, what do you need this time? The part... Hey, not this time, my friend. In the meantime, you do know it needs to stay between us. Do you understand? Fantastic. So, on a recent night out at Wrongs, it seems I may have left some documents, with Captain Fergus' seal. But not necessarily sealed by him. I can't really go there right now. Could you get... Splendid. When you have the documents, or just find me. You're back. Huh? See you.
I knew we'd have to deal with this sooner or later. It's hard for me to admit, but nobody, including myself, really knows what's going on. If you find any clues, follow them. I'm only a... Captain Hagen. Well, he was a man driven by pride and a certain disregard. Somehow, he got it into his head that there was something valuable down in those tunnels. But the truth is, we know what was there. In the Age of Legends, it was just a hospital. There was some kind of outbreak or plague, and the place was sealed off. Nothing left to find, or so the records say. Yes, it weighs on me more than I'd care to admit, but no captains ever bothered. It seems they thought it was a fool's errand. If you're mad enough to try, then by all means, go ahead. Just don't expect any keeper to follow you, but maybe it's time to make it right. There are a few retired keepers living there. They might tell you about the good old days if you ask them nicely. There are also some refugees from north of the island, since we had nowhere else to put. I don't really know much about what's going on in that place. I just make sure they have everything they need. People fleeing from bandits, from the weirdness, you name it. I wasn't exaggerating when I said we were the last beacon. For these people, we are. Don't know how many more we can take, but that's a...